Carol made reference to we the people. Do we the people bear some responsibility beyond reading this and going, eh? You mean?
One, I'd like to pick up on something both Daisy and Carol have said. One, do we have trust issues? Yes, major trust issues. And I don't think they're going away anytime soon. Secondly, there's something Daisy has said today, and she had said it previously in another interview when she was talking about, so EACC has given us a list of people who have no business being in office, and then IEBC has gone like our hands are tied. And she was saying it didn't make sense to her that IEBC was just comfortable saying that their hands were tied. But when you look at the election operations plan and our election cycle, really, truly, their hands were tied. Because had they tried to reverse that at that point in time, chances are we would not even have had the election on the 9th of August. So it now comes back to the point where we're saying it is not purely an IEBC problem. Because I asked this when I was in studio with Ben Kitili. Why does EACC take so long to give this feedback? Forms have been submitted. You're being asked about the conduct of Annabell Njoki. You're bringing the report when Annabell Njoki's party has closed their nomination window and they have given her the nomination certificate. How are you taking that nomination certificate away from me? On what grounds? I am going to run to court. We start litigation. By the time that is done, how many weeks, how many months have passed? So institutions in this country need to take their role very seriously, and they need to understand that they feed off of each other. Yes. So when one is falling behind, whether we like it or not, it's going to have a ripple effect on their sister or sibling institutions that depend on them. The other thing is what Carol has said on the qualifications of the commissioners. So we usually have interviews, and these people are scored. What Kenyans forget is that after the scoring, there's other parameters, being gender, and then ethnic and regional balance. So that we could be looking at ethnicity, yes, this person is Kikuyu, but ni Mkikuyu wa Kiambu ama ni Mkikuyu wa Kajiado, you know, things like that. But there's something that has always bothered me.
Wow.
Where, you know, I understand that whole point of wanting us to be an inclusive country, but should this inclusion come at the cost of competence? Should we do it just for the sake of fulfilling gender quotas, ethnic quotas, and regional quotas? So that if really truly we're saying this tribe is already represented in this commission, we need to pick somebody from another tribe, could you please, for the love of the country, pick somebody from another tribe, but who meets the cut? Because I feel like we've just been filling those positions for the sake of filling them. Yes. Where it's all about cronyism and who you know from campus and who bailed you out at what point. And you really, truly, in your heart of hearts, know this person cannot hack it. They cannot deliver. Yeah. Now, it brings us now to the question we're discussing on where is the place of the voter. We say we're a democratic country. What is democracy? It's of the people, for the people, by the people. When we're saying of the people, then you must be from those people, which is why one of the criteria is you must be a Kenyan national. For the people, you're doing this for your countrymen. By the people, they go to the ballot and vote you in. This whole concept comes from what we call the social contract theory. Social contract theory is where people in a defined territory decide that they are going to give away some of their rights to what is called a government, and then they will, as they're giving away their rights, they also give away some of their monies in the form of taxes. And then this government uses their monies and the rights they have given them to serve these people. Which takes us to Article 1 of the Constitution, and I want to read it in the context of now what Jan Mohammed was saying. And it says, 1, all sovereign power belongs to the people of Kenya and shall be exercised only in accordance with this Constitution. And then 2, the people may exercise their sovereign power either directly or through the democratically elected representatives. And then when it goes on to talk about parliament, national executive, and what have you, it talks about delegation. So you who are serving in government, you're not serving as a matter of right. Yes. You're serving because Kenyan citizens have delegated their power to you. Their power, which is sovereign. So when we read the kind of affidavits we've been reading and pleadings, you have to be horrified as a Kenyan citizen Because then, like she asked, is it the voice of the Kenyan voter that is speaking through that vote, or is it somebody else's voice? And if it is somebody else's voice, then whoever is going to end up with power at the end of that food chain, can they really truly claim to be substantively in power?
Good question. And I'll pick it up from there with you, Dr. Mose. But first,